We have Attorney Thorson King to make the presentation. Attorney King, you are recognized.
Good morning, sirs. Good morning, ma'ams, and good morning to the mga kababayan natin. I have no slide, but I can read my presentation. This is regarding another case, but I can answer the IRM later. But I have a presentation with, regarding another case. It's just only a 3-page.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Investigation report on Balanga Rural Bank case. Summary of the case. Region 2 personnel Edita C. Conel, Head Accreditation and Quality Assurance Section, and her subordinate Jerome C. Foliante, Social Insurance Officer 3, PhilHealth, credited 9,705,332 pesos to Balanga Rural Bank, located in Bataan Region 3 without any valid reason. After some time, Deutsche Bank complained that it had not received any payment from PhilHealth involving the same amount of 9,705,332 pesos. Region 2 personnel Edita C. Conel and Jerome C. Foliante said that they have been inadvertently credited the money to Balanga Rural Bank, which is located in Bataan, Region 3. The big question is, how did this happen? Deutsche Bank is in Region 2, while Balanga Rural Bank is in Region 3. There's no way Pro 2 can pay banks situated in Region 3. Edita C. Conel, Head Accreditation and Quality Assurance Section, and her subordinate, Jerome C. Foliante, Social Insurance Officer 3, are telling that incident was inadvertent. However, I discovered that it was multiple transactions of payments of reimbursements of PhilHealth benefit claims for 12 consecutive periods for the month of May 2019, between May 2 to 22. This is not merely inadvertent, as the multiple transaction connotes deliberate intent to defraud the government by embezzling the 9,705,332 pesos. The was deliberately not official PhilHealth documents in the central office. I learned in my investigation that both Conel and Foliante are permanent employees of PhilHealth with years of experience and technical expertise in their respective positions, so there should be no room for these kinds of mistakes. I was wondering why then our VP, Oscar Abadu, was not made to explain, so I started investigating now VP Oscar Abadu. On the other hand, Balanga Rural Bank persistently refused to return the above-mentioned amount, but later on agreed because of the demand letter from PhilHealth legal and judicial administrative actions against Balanga Rural Bank by internal legal department of PhilHealth. However, Balanga Rural Bank asserted that it should be compensated for all the troubles and inconvenience it suffered by error, equivalent to 1/2 of 1% of the amount being claimed, or 49,123. On September 25, 2019, Conel, Foliante, and the following officers below attended a meeting with officers of Balanga Rural Bank Incorporated, Balanga City, Bataan. Number 1, Attorney Rogelio A. Pocalian Jr. He was the OIC OSVP Legal Sector, ang current Senior Manager Internal Legal Department. Number 2, Cherry Carmen B. Divina, Acting Senior Manager Controllership Department. Maria Lourdes V. Nagit, Acting Senior Manager Treasury Department. Dr. Salvacion C. S. Madarang, Medical Officer 7, HCDMD, PhilHealth Regional Office 2. Attorney Joseph P. Pawik, Attorney 4, Legal Office, PhilHealth Regional Office 2. According to Attorney Pocalian, during the said meeting, Conel and Foliante paid the 49,123 pesos to Balanga Bank, which Balanga Bank is asking for the troubles and inconvenience it suffered by error. I was again wondering why I said that the transfer was a mere error, yet it is clear that Region 2 has no authority and access to banks located in other regions, in this case, Bataan, Region 3. I investigated Attorney Pocalian and I learned that he was taking orders from Attorney Rodolfo Jojo Del Rosario Jr. Because of this, I also investigated Attorney Del Rosario and I learned it was supposed to be him who is responsible in conducting investigations. in this kind of fraud, but he did nothing and sat down on the case for more than a year to this day. The evidence on the multiple transactions was never reflected by Attorney Del Rosario and Attorney Kaakibat, SVP Jovita Aragona, SVP Dennis Mas, SVP Dimshaco, and other PhilHealth officials who have known the anomaly to the PhilHealth board or on any documents. There was also something fishy with the situation because there is no agreement yet or no prior arrangement in PhilHealth that Conel and Foliante shall pay for the above-mentioned amount. And it is very unbelievable that right there and then, Conel and Foliante have that considerable amount of money with them. I concluded that 49,123 pesos was actually paid by one of the officers from central office, but not Conel and Foliante. Some people whom I asked information from in PhilHealth believe that Balanga Rural Bank case was just a decoy to cover up something bigger, corruption by Oscar Abado in Pro 2 during his stint. The questions that should be answered to shed light to this investigation is who owns the account in Balanga Rural Bank and what is the account number? I was asking around about VP Oscar Abado in Balanga, Bataan, and I heard rumors that he has a mistress or chicks who is from Balanga, Bataan. Because of lack of time, I was not able to confirm if the mistress or chicks of VP Abado in Balanga, Bataan owns the account the money was transferred to. On another angle, I discovered that Attorney Rodolfo Jojo Del Rosario had plenty of troubles going to Balanga, Bataan, and so it is possible that it was transferred to Attorney Del Rosario's account. Be that as it may, the only thing to do is to determine the real owner of the bank account in Balanga, Bataan, and it will open a Pandora's box. Further, this case has established one of the modus of operandi of PhilHealth Mafia untouchables and have identified some of them. Thank you very much, sir, and I'm open for questions, sir.
All right, are you done? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Attorney Keith. Yes. Attorney Keith, go ahead.
Sir, with regards to IRM, sir, it is a reimbursement mechanism by the name itself, interim, temporary reimbursement. You have to reimburse.
Yes, we established that earlier. Yes,
sir, and a mechanism. Sir, ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance. However, they are not ignorant. They have deliberately, on the point of view of anti-fraud legal officer, they are not ignorant. They deliberately used the policy as a defense. And I have shown to you before a deferment of interim reimbursement mechanism. As a criminal lawyer, this is a defense already. However, it also shows that it is a conspiracy document. Another one is liquidation interim optional, signed by the EVP president, Arnel De Jesus, that it would only be optional. Why should they do that? Because it should be, the first policy, it should be fully liquidated. And it was published, the memorandum circular that was mentioned a while ago, the first policy. They have effectively amended that one by issuing a memorandum. This memorandum was not even published. Memorandum dated June 16, 2020, signed by the President and Chief Executive Officer, Brigadier General Ricardo Morales. So they cannot amend a circular which was already published. So starting with the IRM, no withholding of taxes. If we will not withheld a tax, it is already a criminal and administrative liability under the tax law. So the amount that was not withheld is this 298 million plus. I think that is the amount. So that is already way above 50 million. The IRM 14.9 billion. If you did not pack it, but you have lost the money. If you have under revised penal code, you have malversed it. But in this special law, you have embezzled it. You have put it to a different direction. You have to. There must be a claim first. There must be a claim first. But that's why I'm pointing out to these documents, because they are just deliberately using policies to defend themselves, just like just like what Dennis Mas did in the Wellmed case. He used the policy to exonerate Ispargas. So I have found out this. They have been trying to help each other. The modus operandi of the PhilHealth Mafia Untouchables is compartmentalization and complementary. Compartmentalized because the other department will not know what they are doing, but when they have a problem, they will help each other. That's why I brought out the Balanga case so that I can show you how they help each other and how they cover up the cases. Thank you, sir.
Alright. Tapos, we will see doon sa Facebook account ni Atty. Del Rosario, kami mga kampo ng Satanas, mga mapanuri na mga kampo ng Satanas. Yan ang tawag sa atin dito eh. Sa kanyang Facebook account, nag-post siya.
I was not referring to you, Mr. President.
Yeah, but look, sa mga nagtatanong na nasaan ang kaluluwa and so forth and so on, hindi po tayo papayag na mananaig ang mga kampo ng Satanas.
As far as we are concerned,
Nasabi ka pa rito na mga panuri, Google ka. Look, is that the
sir,
way?
we are defending our honor. I'm not involved in any corrupt practices, Mr. President. The allegations of Atty. Kit are ridiculous. And hindi po totoo na si BP Abado yung head during that time when that happened. And hindi rin totoong inupuan po yan kasi meron pong ad hoc committee na kinreate dyan and they have already submitted their recommendation to the Office of the President on June 15, 2020. So sir, hindi po yan, napunta ako ng Balanga, Bataan because there was a national staff meeting with the Department of Health. Yung mga area meetings po noon, doon po ginaganap. And during that time, I was not yet in the legal sector. Ganun po magtayo na kwento to si Atty. Kit. Job order contractor siya. Sabi niya, nag-iimbestiga siya. Nasaan yung mga fact-finding investigation reports? Bakit hindi siya nag-submit ng mga FFIR? Yung mga accomplishment reports niya, pinapalitan niya lang yung dates. Pare-pareho. Hindi ka dapat yan...
Yes, sir. May I just make a manifestation, sir? Because this is part of what my complaint with the Attorney Mangawang said that he became a lawyer in 2015. So he perjured himself, sir. Did not become a lawyer in 2015, sir. Why am I point? Attorney Jojo Del Rosario, sir. Attorney Jojo Del Rosario in the last meeting said that he became a lawyer in 2015. That is not true, sir. He became a lawyer in 2016. So the point here is that they have reduced the qualification for SBP legal. That is my point, sir. That in PhilHealth, sir, in PhilHealth, they have to if it's their kakampi, they will reduce or they will manipulate the qualifications, just like other instances, sir. So I would just want to manifest, sir, that he perjured himself last hearing, sir. That's all, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, grabe. My appointment was validated by the Civil Service Commission. Ulit-ulit lang yan na I'm not qualified. Saan ako hindi qualified? Sinasabi ko, the Senior Vice President position is a generic position. Ay po ba? This is a character assassination. Simula pa lang po nung ni Senator Ping, sinabi niya, twice ako na rate ng GCG ng 0%. Ano mangyari yan? 2018 lang ako naging SBP legal. And the 0% rating referred to by the GCG is the number solved within 45 days. We resolved 1,700 cases that year. But I cannot take all the credit kasi OIC nga lang ako tapos kalahati lang ng taon. Yung 2019 GCG, wala pa po. So, di ba? So, when I defend myself in social media, that's the only way I can defend myself. Dito, nahusgahan na, naniniwala kayo dito. Like, thank you, Mr. President.
You know, he could use the same line. Naniniwala ba kami sa'yo?
Sir, may I
Yes.
Yes, sir. A lawyer will never forget that the year that he became a lawyer, sir. So it is impossible for him to just... He is trying to tell that, sir, so that because the qualification before of SBP legal is you have to be 10 years lawyer. They have reduced it so that it will not be so obvious, sir. He said that he became a lawyer 2015. Sir,
Mr. President, I would love to see that document that states that the SBP position should be 10 years.
Sir, meron po akong memo kay General Morales. Nag-memo po ako kasi natusan niya po ako na mag-comment dito sa IAG-ICT report na kalalabas lang po. So, I did the report, sir, memo. I have three major findings, sir. Kasama na po ito yung mga overpricing at saka yung mga nawawalang mga hardware and software na hindi makita sa records. So, may recommendations din po ako doon tungkol sa mga ito, sir. At nabigay po ito sa kanya yung memo na ito, sir. At nag-usap po kami, sir, personal.
Ano action taken?
Pinaliwanag ko po.
What was the action taken by General Morales regarding your memo?
Alam po, I am also aware din naman po na pinag-uusapan din nila ito sa board, sir. So, sa akin po, sir, iniintay ko lang po siya, sir, kung ano ang, kung susundin niya recommendation ko. Kasi ang sa recommendation ko, sir, it should be investigated by a competent authority, investigating authority, yung Information Technology Audit Office ng COA at saka po ng DICT para po matuldukan na po itong mga itong allegations o ano man yung napafind out namin at makamove na po yung mga IT projects, sir.
Narinig mo kanina yung presentation ni Ms. Aragona, hindi ba?
Opo, sir. Opo.
Okay. Meron siyang minention doon yung ang pinoprocure nila, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Aragona. Ang pinoprocure nyo pa yung 15 units, ang description po ninyo is Cisco 2960-XR24 port. Ito yung kasama dito sa yung na-abort na procurement dahil nga nagkaroon ng aberya. Can you confirm that, Ms. Aragona? Nasabi nyo hindi naman ganun talaga kamura kasi mahal sa merkado. You made mention, even in your press conference and now in your presentation, ito yung binanggit yung specs nitong pinoprocure. Can you confirm that?
Sir, yung kanina po sa presentation, yung Cisco 920 switches, yung lower than the network switches procured in 2019, which is the 2960. Ang sinasabi po namin, hindi siya comparable dun sa technical specification. Yung Cisco 920 switches, the release sa market noong November 28, introduced in the Philippines only in the first quarter of 2019. Kaya yung standard specs compliant to Cisco 2960, dual power includes 3-year warranty, plus cost of money, profit, VAT, training. The amount po nun is 348.
Matanong ko lang po, ano yung pinoprocure nyo sana for 2020 or 2019? Yung nagkaroon ng back resolution pati award noong August 20 of 2019, last year lang. Ano yung mismo yung specification noong IT equipment, yung network switch na pinoprocure ninyo?
Sir, with your permission, sir, may I call my IPC, Alex Gabuya?
Ikaw nag-present kanina eh.
Yes po.
Kaya pakiconfirm mo lang kung if you were referring to Cisco 2960 XR24 port or alin sa dalawa bang pinoprocure ninyo? Kasi ang understanding ko, ito yung pinoprocure nyo last year na hindi natuloy.
Sir, yung 2960 po.
2960 XR24 port. Ito yung mahal.
2960 XR24.
Yeah, ito yung mahal.
Yes po.
Alam mo, I'm warning you, Ms. Argona, winarning ka kanina ni Senate President. Marunong kaming mag-counter-check. Ito yung binibili nyo last year, ha? I will repeat my question and be very careful in answering answer my question. Ang binibili nyo for last year's procurement, yung nagkaroon ng back resolution, ito yung Cisco 2960 XR24 port, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Colonel Aborte, kindly can you comment on that?
Sir, ma'am, hindi po yan yung binibili natin at yung na-award. Ang luma na po kasi ang 2960 HR. Nag-end of life support na po yan, tsaka end of sale service na po yan noong 2019. Ang current po na available ngayon is 9,200 po. Ito po yung binibili natin at na-award. Ito rin po yung sinertify ninyo. Mayroon po kayong signatures dito po, sir. Ito po.
Sir, may I?
Pero, Ms. Aragona,
Yes po.
huwag mong lokohin yung 24 senators. Madali kami mag-check eh.
Yeah,
Para ma-justify mo na mahal yung binibili mo, iniiba mo yung specs, madali kami mag-check lang. Sinasabi ko sa iyo. Sinabi mo pa na as of August 5. Di ba? Pero end of sale na siya ng July eh. Ano ka bang bibili ng meron ng end of sale? Sabi nga ni Colonel Aborte, and I'd like him to expound on that, na kung end of sale, hindi na yan available sa market. Ba't ka pa mag-certify na as of August 5, yan ang presyo? Paano magkakapresyo yung end of sale ng July? That's why I warned you earlier, because I might move to cite you in contempt of this committee for being evasive or lying to the committee.
hindi po, sir.
Anong hindi? Sinabi mo na nga kanina eh. Repeatedly, I ask you, anong specification nung nire-repair mo na binibili nyo last year? Ang sabi mo, Cisco 2960 XR24.
Yes.
Hindi yung 926024 port. Ang sinabi ni Colonel Aborte, ang talagang pinoprocure nyo, itong mas mura, itong 926024. Hindi yung 2960 because end of sale na nga yun. Hindi na available.
Wala tayo. Generic lang kasi po, sir, yung
Colonel Aborte, si Colonel Aborte is a
Yes,
certified Cisco systems
Yes, po.
specialist, by the way. Colonel Aborte, can you respond to that?
Ma'am,
Yes, sir. Generic po yung nilalagay natin.
Colonel Aborte, kindly respond. Generic daw yan.
hindi po, sir, kasi ang base model po ng 2690 is yung 2600. May mga variants po yun. Opo. Yung base model naman ng 9200, ito na po yun, 9200. Maraming variants po ito. May mga fixed link at saka modular uplinks po ito. So, ito po ang binibili natin.
President, nagkamali lang ang basa ko. 9200-24.
9200 po ang binibili natin, sir. Ayan po, nakapirma po kayo sa Ayan po, na-award naman po eh.
Kasi
May
Gaboya,
name of company na awarded siya.
Aragona, and yet sinasabi nyo, niloloko nyo kami, iba yung pinipresent nyo sa amin, binibili nyo, and yet you have your signature affixed here.
Hindi po, sir.
Anong hindi? Maliwanag na nga.
Opo. Yung specification po lagi nasa generic specifications po siya. Yung pag nilalagay namin sa terms of reference.
I will not debate with you because kaya nga nandito yung ibang resource person who is an IT expert in the person of Colonel Borte, so he can respond to your assertion. So, Colonel Borte.
Opo, sir. Magkaiba po kasi yung base model yan, sir. So, merong magkakapareho sila ng specs. Pero kaya lang po, obsolete na po kasi yun eh. Yung 2960XR, 2016 pa po yun eh. So, 46,000 pesos na lang po yun eh, ang halaga nun sa ngayon. Kasi po, yung computer appliance depreciates fast and loses its after-sale support over time. So, ngayon po, mura na yan eh. Kasi malapit na po niya maabot yung kanyang depreciation time period. Nag-average po kasi ng 5 to 8 years yung depreciation na period ng IT appliance. So, kung 2016 pa po yan, plus 5, wala na po talaga yan. Mura na po talaga sa market yan. Hindi naman po natin pwedeng bilihin na, kunyari po, bibili tayo ng iPhone 5 ngayon 2020, pero hindi natin siya bibilin yung price ng 2016. Kasi noong 2016, 40,000 pesos po yung iPhone 5. Ngayon, 5,000 pesos na lang. So, it is our duty sa Bids and Awards Committee na tingnan nito. Dapat sir, sumunod po tayo sa procurement law. The government shall obtain goods and services at lower prices and better terms. So, dapat po competitive bidding. Kasi alam naman po natin na nag-depreciate na eh. So, dapat tumawag tayo po na mas marami supplier. So, kung meron tayo 5 supplier, sir, pababaan po sila ng presyo. Kasi alam naman ng 5 supplier na yun na 5,000 pesos na lang, pagwari po yung presyo. So, magbibid po sila ng mas mataas ng konti. But hindi na po sa original price kasi lugi naman po ang gobyerno.
Besides Colonel Laborte and Miss Aragona, hindi naman papayagan ng COA kung obsolete ang bibili nyo.
Yes, sir. Pero,
Nilulusot yun eh. Now, my question, Miss Aragona, no, para maayos natin at baka maipit kayo eh. Are you an IT expert?
I'm an IT, but yung technical details, kaya ako po pinatawag si Alex. So, yung...
So yung mga tao ninyo nagbibigay sa inyo ng mga impormasyon na yan, pati yung in-announce nyo kanina, binigay din ng mga tao ninyo sa'yo. Di po ba?
Yes po. Yung information and the data. Kaya ang understanding is comparable or nearest doon po doon sa catalyst.
So pati yung mga models yan at ang explanation na binibigay sa inyo at sinasabi ninyo dito sa amin ay sinabi ng mga tauhan ninyo, ano? Hindi galing sa inyo yan, ano? Okay. Thank you, Senator Lasso.